Good morning everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and today I'm actually going to take you along for a slightly different sort of video. I decided I might give this whole vlogging thing a go and see how it all actually turns out. So I have got a fairly busy week this week, so I'm just going to take you along and just show you some of the things that I do on a sort of daily basis and all the little things. Now, as you would have seen as I walked into my studio this morning, it is a little bit of a mess in here, so that is one of the jobs to do today, is to actually clean up. We had some rather nasty storms last week and I'd got to the point last week where I had things out and the weather was getting bad and I knew I had to come out of the shed. I was a little bit concerned because earlier that week I came in and the power had been tripped, and the only thing we can think of is that it got hit by lightning, and as the shed is metal, I really don't want to be in here for any of those sort of serious storms. So this was how I left it on Friday. So we're gonna jump into today. Today is Monday. I'm going to jump into the day. I have a couple of orders I need to print up and pack to go with the rest of the orders that are going out. As I said, we're going to clean up in the studio, and then I have a few things that I need to make as well. So let's go and see how my working week actually goes. I love delivery days. These are some more brushes to stock up what I have. There's a lot of tape on this box. Let's get in here. Here they are. So I have got my new brushes in for all of this shaving soap, and this should keep me going throughout all of Christmas. Thank you very much. You have a good one. So a lot of people have been asking me when the facial soaps were going to be ready, and they are now finally cured, ready to be wrapped up. So I've just finished designing all of the labels, got them all printed out, and I'm going to go and get them all shrink wrapped in the biodegradable film and labeled up. I've taken photos of them, so I'm going to get them onto the website tonight. But while I was doing that, TNT have just rocked up with a parcel that I've been waiting for it, but I knew it was going to it'll take a while to actually get it. So we're going to go and unbox it, and I'll show you what I've ordered. Alright, so if you do actually shop with me at either the home studio or at the Cleveland markets, you'll know that these bags are not actually a new thing, because I have been using them for a while, but I have had a redesign on them. So let me grab this one. This is one of the bags that I have previously had, so you can see it's exactly the same color, same on the front, but previously I didn't have the printing put on the back, but this time I have decided to go double-sided with these. And also, since the last time I actually ordered these, they've made the bags slightly wider, or they've got another option to have a slightly wider bag, so that is how wide the bags now are, whereas before they're not that high. They're probably about 2/3 of the size of these new bags the old ones were. So that means I can actually fit more of the bigger candles in these. So rather than giving out 3 or 4 bags when we've got lots of big candles, I can now actually fit a few more in here. So they are the new size, new look little bags. I'm super excited to get these back in. I actually left it a little bit too late to do a reorder on these. I knew I had to reorder them. I knew with everything going on that I really needed to get my butt into gear and do it, and I left it late by probably about 2 weeks, because I have been out of these for a few weeks now, and so I'm really glad to get these back in and able to give out to my customers. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I need to go and do a post office run. I need to get there before 4:30, and the post office is about 20 minutes away, so that they can actually get lodged for the day. It's been a very busy day. I haven't got everything done that I wanted to do. I've still got a little bit of mess in the studio, but I'll get that tidied up first thing in the morning, and then I can get on to making the things I need to make this week. When I come back from the post office, I'm going to do a little bit of admin work tonight. I have a few posts that I need to do. I've been taking photographs today, which always takes up so much time and feels like you've not been productive trying to get all the right number of shots that you need for products. But I'm going to go and get all those edited tonight, get things up onto the website, onto Patreon, Instagram, and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to go and do this post office run, and then I will be back in the morning and show you what we're going to do for Tuesday. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning. I've already had quite a busy morning. On Monday, Wednesday and Fridays I go to the gym, and on Sundays I do markets, and then all the days in between Lucy and I go for walks. So we went for our walk this morning and it was a beautiful walk. We met a few people. There weren't as many ducks down in the park as what there usually is, and we did get chased by a curlew as well. Both the male and female were there, and I think she was actually, or I think it's actually the male that sits on the eggs. I'll have to have a look at that. We got chased by those down the street, but once we crossed the road they were quite happy for us to walk on by. I have just spent the last sort of hour, I think it is, down in the main office doing a few posts and things, and now I am about to jump into my working day. I have to make some hand cream, I have some candle refills to do, and I've got some labelling of products as well. So I'm going to go and jump into my working day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pack up in here. I'm going to go inside and cook us some dinner. I was going to do a little bit more computer work, but I'm thinking instead I might actually get hubby to pick a movie, and we might watch something on Netflix tonight. And tomorrow morning when I come out to the shed, I've got the hand cream sitting on the bench over there cooling down, so we can actually pot that. I never actually pot any of my creams until the next day, just to make sure they're completely cool so I don't get any condensation in my packaging. All the sort of orange bags on that bench, they're the bags that correspond with all of my refill orders here. I'm also, not only will I pot that, I'll label up these candles tomorrow. I have some pots sitting over on that bench. They've actually got some melts in. I need to create a label so I can finish those off. And tomorrow I'm also going to try and wrap some of the soaps that are actually ready over on the Cure app. So Cure rack. It's going to be a really busy day, so I'm going to go and have a restful night, and I'll see you again soon. Morning and happy Wednesday. I have been to the gym. I have now started in the studio. First thing I'm going to do is get all of the candles labelled up that I made yesterday, get them all packed away, ready to go into the trailer for the Sunday markets. Then after that I have got that hand cream which we're going to pot up, and I have to actually create some labels. I recently bought myself a brand new label printer. It was an Epsom TMC 3500. and I actually need to recreate all my labels, but in the long run it's going to be a much easier, quicker way of actually creating labels once I have created all the base templates. So I've got to do that today. My fragrance supplier has also got some of the fragrances in that I need, so we're going to do a little road trip out there to go and pick up those fragrances. And while we're out there, there is another shop that has chairs, so hubby and I are going to stop off and see if I can find myself a new office chair for in here. So let me get into labeling these candles. So this one here is the tester tin that I have been working on. This actually won't be the size tin. I've got a slightly smaller one, but I thought I'd bought the right size wicks for it, and the wicks were actually too big. So I'm actually trying the wick that I had that should have fit in the other tin in this one to see how it goes, and then that will give me an indication on what size wood wick I need to buy for my smaller tin. So I'm just going to stick a little label on here just telling me which wick I've got in there, the size tin and everything else, and hubby and I are going to have a go at burning that one tonight, and hopefully the wick size is right. Alright guys, I have just finished doing all of the hand creams, so I'm really pleased with that. Got all my candles all labelled and put away, and while I was finishing off doing my hand creams, I got a little delivery come through from off of Amazon, so I'm going to open it up and show you what I've got in here. So a couple of weeks ago, I got talking to Michelle from off Mosaic Garden Soapworks. She had some extruder tools that she wasn't able to use, and she offered them to me. I was having a little bit of a moment when I measured my extruder and said, oh yep, they'll fit. And when I got them, I actually discovered they didn't fit, but that is not a bad thing, because my poor little green extruder, if you have seen it in any of the videos, it's seen better days. So I decided I was going to go ahead and buy myself a new extruder tool. So the extruder discs I've been sent are the ones that are being made by Lisa over at I Dream in Soap, and I have the entire set of what she actually does. Now these are the 23mm sets, and they do not go through the little cheap Chinese ones that you get from off of Amazon and eBay. They are too big. Those ones you need the 18mm. So as I said, I decided to actually treat myself to a new extruder. So I went and checked out Lisa's site to see what she actually recommends for the bigger discs, and she says on her website that this Fimo Professional is the way to go. Now you do have to be careful here in Australia if you are looking to get one of the Fimo ones. Some of the Australian sites sell the 18mm ones. This one I've had to get, I got it through Amazon but had to get it sent in from the US, and it is a 23mm extruder. Comes in a really nice tin. I can see I've got all the nice big discs, so I'll probably still use my small one and use the big one, and then I just get two different sizes in my shapes. I'm really pleased. It is a lot more than the little green one. Those little green ones you can usually pick up for about $10–15. I think I ended up paying about $60 for this one, including the shipping in it, but I'm really happy that I have. Let's get this one all opened up. I will leave links down in the bottom of the description box for anyone who is actually interested in this particular extruder. But let's get it out the box and show you. Alright, so it's a really nice tin that it comes in, so it's going to be a really nice storage set, and it actually does look like it has been really well made, and you've got all like the little extra bits. Oh, I'm just going to have to tip it out, I think. That's it. Get a nice set of instructions, which you don't get with the with that little green one. Let's get this all apart. Alright, so one of the things I did hear people review about this particular extruder is that they do send you extra little washers to go with this. So if we actually start by pulling this extruder apart, oops, on the bottom here where you've got all these little washers, they can sometimes get clogged up with things, so they do actually give you some extra washers to go with this, which is really nice. It feels like really good quality. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart on me, and I like that it actually does all fold down nice and flat, so I can get it back into this tin, and that just looks like it's a little crankshaft that you can easily put the handle onto. Yep. And there we go. So I'm really looking forward to using all of these in here. You've got pretty much the standard shapes that you get with that other little green one as well. So you've got all of like the circles, the teardrop and everything else. But what I really wanted, and now Miss Boo, I can get onto making your soap for you. Watch, I can't find the one I'm actually really after. There is a set of stars in here somewhere, and that is what I really wanted with my extruder set here. So I will be using those in here. In fact, let's get it dirty. I've just got myself a piece of soap dough here, just whichever one I picked up first. I'm going to see if I can find the star. Okay, well I think the actual star has fallen out somewhere in my workspace, so I'm going to have to go and find where that's gone. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to do a little tulip. So I'm just unscrewing the bottom. I'm going to put the disc into the bottom here and then screw this back on. Really nice thing with this is that this actually has quite a deep thread on here, so you know that you can put these thicker discs in and it doesn't bother it. When you do try and put things into that little green one, you end up with it pushing off the bottom because the threads don't tie on tight enough, so the bottom just actually falls off. Let's get that in there. Pop our little piece on the top. Well, I'll have to get used to using the handle. It's a little bit different, but oh, it's so much easier to use than that green one. Easier to handle as well. We are at the bottom here. Let me grab a knife. How cute is that? Now normally if I extrude soap out of an extruder, I would actually leave that for a couple of hours just to dry out before I cut it, just so you don't squish it when you're doing it. But the shape and detail in that is absolutely gorgeous, so I can't wait to be using this one. I can't make any soap till next week because I've got lots of things I need to do, but as soon as I can get into the soap making, I have got a design that Boo has sent to me from off of Moo Boo Melt Some More, and I've promised her I will actually make make that up, and I have to find the little stars so I can do it. But until then, I am going to get this all cleaned off and then move on to my next job. Alright, so the shopping trip didn't quite go as planned. Couldn't find a chair, but I did go and pick up my new fragrance oil, and then I said we'd go around to IKEA, and I instead picked up some of these new boards in here. We're going to go and get these put up, and I've got some of the stationery things to go on there, and I'm going to start organising all of my new printer labels. Okay, so this is what I have currently got here. So I've got the new printer. I've only had this a week and a half now. I have this on here. This is from IKEA, and I just keep all my bits of paper, recipes and labels and stuff. But the idea is I want to put a board on here which I can then store all of these papers on. I can put my stationery and other bits and pieces in there. Hopefully we'll tidy this up a bit, and I'll just move this probably to the opposite side. And then over here at my packing station, we've been packing gift packs, so it's a bit messy. I'm going to take this lot down and put some boards up there. Alright, it is now all done. Hubby has helped me put these up. He's not very good on camera, and he definitely wouldn't like the video camera, so I haven't actually videoed any of putting this up. They were super simple to put up. They were from IKEA. You buy these boards and they come in various sizes, and then you can buy all these sort of accessories. So all those rolls on there, they're the paper which I put into this printer here. So they come on these rolls, and then you just put whichever size that you want into the printer to print your labels. And then in here, we've put this board up, so this is just a slightly bigger board turned on its side, and I've put all the sort of accessories on there. The thing that was along there before I have now put on here instead. This has got things like my hole punches. These are the bags I put all the soap samples in. I've got my Stanley knife for opening parcels and bits and pieces, and my tape measure for shipping. And then I've got all these here. I bought some little pots to put the pencils. These little hooks are really good. They're like little peg hooks. These are excellent. These are little drawers, so you can just pull them straight out and get whatever you want quite easily. So I put in my thank you stickers. I've got some little tags and ribbons and things as well. So I'm really, really happy with how this has all come together. So now what I'm actually going to go and do, I've got things kind of all over the place, been meaning to put it away. I think what I actually need to do is go and pack the trailer ready for the weekend markets, because then that means all the orders that I've got sitting here in the studio can go into the trailer ready for collection. I've got a big box of the bags that were delivered earlier this week. I've put one of the boxes into the garage for easy access. The other one's going to go into the house because I'm probably not going to need those for a couple of months. So I need to get that stored away as well. Once I get those sort of things out the way and into the trailer, I'll be able to get my head clear. My aim for the rest of the week, I need to make a couple of new products, and I also need to wrap all of these soaps. It's a bit bright, sorry, but I need to wrap a fair few of these soaps and take photographs ready for the website. We've got some Christmas soaps in there and just a couple of other bits and pieces. So I'm going to go start packing that trailer up, and then I will be back probably tomorrow, and I'll show you what my Thursday is going to look like. Hey guys, it is just after 1 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. I didn't do much filming this morning. I really didn't have a very good night's sleep last night. I was quite unwell, but I did get up this morning, took Lucy for a walk, and feeling a little bit better now. But it has got really, really hot. They reckon there's a storm on its way. It's about 28 degrees in my shed, and they reckon it's about 34 outside. So I've just turned the aircon on. This morning I made all sugar scrubs that needed to go into the trailer. I've labelled a few other bits and pieces. I've put everything that needs to go in the trailer for the Sunday markets. That is all now packed and ready to go. I was going to make some magnesium oil, but I've just discovered that I actually don't have any of the sprayers left that I like to use for the magnesium oil. So I need to go and order some of those now, and hopefully they'll be here early next week. I'm also going to wrap some soap this afternoon, so let's go and do that. it's really muggy out here. I'm in my shed working away and I can hear rumbles of thunder. So I know why it got so hot, and I needed to have the aircon on today. I think we're going to be in for an absolute ripper of a summer storm season. We had some pretty horrific ones the last couple of weeks, and the sky's not looking too bad today, but it's definitely humid. It's really muggy, and that wind, it is so warm. Well, let's get back in. Right, it is hot and muggy out here, so we're just going to duck back into the shed here. So I do have a few more things I need to finish off tomorrow, which is Friday. I still haven't labelled them. I have to make the label up, and there's other products I actually need to get on the shelf which are being ordered. These soaps here, just sitting here, I actually need to create a new label for them. You haven't yet seen the video for these, but these ended up being a soap that was made as sort of a bonus soap. I'm going to get them labelled up, and I'm going to be donating these to Night Ninjas, which is a local charity supported by our local market for the homeless people in our area. And I just figured some nice soap for Christmas would be nice for them. I have pretty much lost all the light that I need to do all of my photographs, so there's no point doing any more. But some of the ones are ready to be wrapped tomorrow. I've got this one, which is a cranberry and fig. I've got some little gingerbread men. I've got some iced Vovos down there. Aussies will know what they are. This one is also ready to be wrapped. Oh, there's some more thunder. This is Mystic Moon. That one you have seen the video. This is a remake of Bergamot and Mint, so that will be ready in 3 days time. And then I've got another little Christmas soap up here to be wrapped as well. This one is a remake from last year. It was a popular request to do it again this year, so this one is Rosemary and Mint, and it's got fresh carrot through it as well. And just while I can, I'm going to show you guys this. Earlier on this week, we've had this massive sort of bloom of butterflies. It happens every few years when the weather is just right, and we just get dozens and dozens and dozens of these little butterflies going through. And there's only one today, and I'm thinking that is probably because it's really hot, and we have had some really windy days, which always is hard for the butterflies there. But the other day, this was packed full of butterflies, and if you are watching along with me on Instagram, you would have seen some of those videos. I can actually hear something down in the bottom of my lavender here. So this is my lavender plant. Whoop, I'll come out. I use this lavender, I put it through my still, and I make lavender hydrosol, which goes into some of my products. I am going to be planting some more lavender as well, and hopefully I'll be able to start drying some of that. But like I said, I am going to go and finish up before this storm starts to hit us and get us into the house and get little Miss Lucy, wherever she's gone, into a nice safe place. Well, it would seem that I've left it about 2 minutes too late to get into the house. Usually the little boy across the road there, he brings our bins in for us, but I think with the way this storm is rolling in, I'm going to have to go and do that for him today. And still actually pay him, because that's a bit unfair, but I really don't want him bringing in the bins with this storm. So I'm going to go do that and then head off into the house. Wow, that was a big one. It's going to be another big one. Oh, it sounds like there's two storms, one to our left and one to our right. So I don't think it's going to be very long lived, because this little noisy miner, sorry I'm a bit shaky because I'm so zoomed in, there's going to be another big crack, but he's still busy eating the banana flowers. So I don't think it's going to last terribly long, otherwise all these little birds out the banana tree would have gone by now, but it certainly is going to be a loud one. Good morning. morning everyone, happy Friday. Last night's storm, very short-lived. It literally lasted 20 minutes and then the sun came out and it was brilliant afternoon, or for the last sort of hour before the sun set. There was a lot of noise, a lot of lightning and a lot of rain in that 20 minutes, but it did blow over really quickly, which I'm really thankful for, because then Lucy was able to settle down and sleep off that bit of anxiety that she went through. I had another pretty rough night last night. My PCOS has been playing up for the last couple of days, and usually it plays up during the day and I can cope with that, but the last couple of nights it's actually been in the middle of the night and I don't cope with that very well at all. So when I went to bed last night, I would have actually got up this morning to go to the gym, and I decided just to let my body do what it wanted to do. I took my Fitbit off so that the alarm didn't go off. I turned the alarm off on my phone, and I actually didn't wake up until 6:45 this morning, so I obviously needed some sleep, but I will try and get down to the gym this afternoon instead. I just like to do it in the morning so that frees up the rest of my day, but you know, it is what it is. Today what I need to do, I have a couple of orders that came in last night, so I need to go and get those packed. I have some more soaps that I need to wrap. I also need to make some embeds for a couple of soaps that I'm going to make, and today I promise I am going to get those little brown pots labeled and done. I'm actually at my computer now. I'm going to make the labels and get those things done first. Then I'm going to basically clean up in here, get some Christmas packs done ready for the market, and then that should be the end of my working week. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to be wrapping this parcel up a little bit differently. If you caught over on Instagram, for the next couple of months, I'm going to be wrapping all of our orders up in this gorgeous Christmas paper. However, on this particular order, it does say on there that it is for a birthday. So whenever people do leave comments like that, I generally put in a happy birthday sticker in there instead of a thank you for your order. As you can see, I didn't put in any invoices either, so this makes it really great. I'm also going to wrap it up in my normal sort of paper here. Usually if I know it's for a lady and it's for birthday, I've got this really pretty floral wrap in here. But I know it's really bad to make assumptions, but I am kind of assuming that this is going to a man, because we've got some rather masculine soaps in there, as well as the beard balm. So I think we might just go for our standard orange and the grey ribbon, so that will make a really nice present. Alright, so what I am doing now is over on the Patreon page, I have asked the members for their soap design suggestions. This month I asked them, and this month's suggestion will actually be a December video. I asked them for some solid foods that they'd like to see me using in some soap. And basically I said any solid food that is not just honey by itself, because that was what we did the last time I did this suggestion box. And we've got all sorts of suggestions here, anything from things like using pineapple, we've got eggs, potato, pumpkin. We've also got some really nice combinations like using carrot and honey, tomato and basil. There's also things like someone's got some peaches ripening on their tree and wondering if they can use those in the soap and things like that. So what I'm doing is going through everybody's suggestion here on Patreon, putting them into an Excel spreadsheet, which I'll then print up and put all the suggestions into my little soapy jug. I'm then going to go and do a live over on Facebook for all my patrons on the $5 and above level, and we will draw out the suggestion. I'll then make a soap probably next week using that ingredient, ready for it to go out in December. So I'm going to go and do that. I have finished wrapping all of the soaps that need to be wrapped from off the cure rack. It's looking pretty bare. I now only have 4 soaps sitting on there, and all of those are going to be ready to wrap on Monday. And then I literally have nothing on my cure rack there, so I do need to make some new soaps. After I've done my live, I am actually going to make some soapy embeds, and because I've got an idea for a soap that I want to make, which I will actually make on Saturday morning. Usually I would do Saturday as my admin day and I don't come into the shed. I try and do it so that I'm catching up on all the computer work, stuff like that. But I just feel like making a little bit of soap. So I'll get the little embeds done today because they're going to be a cold process soap. And then I'm going to pack my Christmas gift packs, and then I'm going to call it a day. So that mess kind of gives me a indication of how this fragrance oil is going to behave in the soap tomorrow. Luckily, I am going to be doing layers, so that acceleration actually shouldn't matter too much. I'm not sure why it's accelerated. I will be using sugared strawberry. It smells really nice. You get that sort of sugar smell out of this one. But it does say on here, no acceleration, no discoloration, and 0% vanillin. So hopefully there is no discoloration, because I do want to use some white. And as I said, I'm going to do a layered soap, going to do some sculpting on it as well. So hopefully that acceleration won't matter too much. I did 2 different types of strawberries here. I was just having a bit of a play. I put some sodium lactate in, so I mean that could be part of the issue as to why it accelerated, because I do find my sodium lactate does accelerate my sort of soap batter. But I did some in this mold. I really want them to come out of this mold, so that will go in the freezer tomorrow before I pull them out. This is a mold I actually made myself with some real strawberries, so I want them out of here because they'll be a little bit more authentic. But in case I can't get those strawberries out of this mold, I did put some into one of these ice tray molds instead. So hopefully we will get, you can see, I got it all over me too. Hopefully you will see they will pop out of those a little bit easier. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow, but in fact no, you'll have to wait and see on the main video when this one comes out, because I'm actually now going to call it a day for this vlog. I hope you really have enjoyed this different style of video. If you did, let me know down in the comments section below if this is something that you would like to see a little bit more of. Just me taking you through my studio, sort of my processes, what I do each day, how I organize my days and things like that. If not, doesn't matter, we'll just stick to soap making videos. I'm not bothered either way. But yeah, let me know down below what you think about me doing a few more like this, and it will be something that I would actually look at doing in the new year if you do. And I'll just be sharing with you how I organize my day, the sort of things I do, how I make new products and stuff like that. So I hope you have enjoyed watching today. Thank you so much for joining me, and until the next video comes out, which will be a soap making video, I hope you have a great one, and I will see you then. Bye.